Welcome to this look at a packed, new-ish mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on Villarejo. This is by erShaba, 615.09 megabytes download. There are 3 required mods. There are 4 required mods. There are 3 required mods that download automatically. Then when you go to load the game up, it says that another required mod is required for one of the required mods, and that's the dairy sheep pack, which you then have to subsequently install. There are some custom crops. We've got chickpeas, lentils, almonds, and pistachio on top of olives, etc. We've got some equipment and machinery. We'll look at those. Most of the productions on the map will require pallets. You can buy pallets in the menu here if you want to. I think the pallets are here. Empty pallet. Is it one pallet? It must be a stack. It can't be just one pallet. There we go. And you can buy them in multitudes if you want to. We'll come out. There's some of these productions I'm puzzled because I haven't come across bits for these. But anyway. That's all well and good. There is a multiplayer mode. There are 2 map options. You've got standard or there's multiplayer. I will talk about the multiplayer mode later on. Compost. There is compost. I think you can make compost. Again, I haven't found anywhere on the map that does it, but you can use compost in your manure spreaders. So as well as manure, you can spread compost on your fields. Contracts are available. We'll talk about those custom crop types actually while we're here. Let's go down to our seeders. Under seeders, we've got chickpeas and lentils added in as a crop type just there. The chickpeas and lentils then can be harvested using a regular header, as you can see there. If we then go from here down to mods and DLCs, so you've got the required mods. Premium expansion I've got on because it's compatible and some of the productions do have the extra root crops. We've got interactive productions is one, olives and olive picker. If we go into Villarejo, you will see here, these are all additional mods added in by the map maker erShaba. So we've got an almond pro, almond harvester, almond, however you want to say it. Various different things with different capacities as well, larger capacities. This one will take modded to take all sorts of extra liquids and things. There are oils and things in game in the map. I apologise, I'm talking quickly. We have got a ridiculous amount to get through. If you're thinking of maps that are packed with custom stuff, custom productions, you're thinking of maps like Zero Oito, Poor Boy, and erShaba. This is one of those maps. Almond picker, olive harvester, and then we've got various different spreaders, depending on whether you're doing it with trees or if you're doing it with vines. Pistachio picker, pallets, mineral pallet, copper sulfate, hydraulic oil barrel. Like I say, vegetable seeds you'll need for certain greenhouses, plastic boxes, wooden boxes, galvanised bucket on the end there. That's required for the production of cheese. And then you've got New Holland spare parts pallets. Right, the map then looks like this. Now, on standard mode, single player, we have our farm here. On new farm, we start with these fields, and this is the main farm just there. Villarejo. And then we have got a farm down here, we've got a farm over here, and we've got a farm up here. Each of those is a multiplayer farm. You'll see when we get to them on single player, they're pretty much clear of anything, or 2 of them especially. And then we've got separate plots next door to them that have got animal pastures on. What you'll also notice, looking around the map, is all of these little plots. And this is why I said this is one of those maps. My notes are ludicrous. They're not showing at the moment, but a lot of those plots have got additional productions on them. So what I'm going to do, actually I'm going to buy them now. I'm going to buy all the various different plots up, and then when we get round to them, the prices you'll see at the bottom as I'm doing it, and there are absolutely loads of these. I did have one earlier which was really weird. Field prices are pretty good, nothing over and above or break the bank type stuff. That's got some silage clamps on it, and you'll see the amount of blue icons that appear after we've done this. I'll buy that plot of land even though there's nothing on it. That is olives and not olives, pistachios, and the other one, almonds. There's nothing there. It is nuts. I mean, absolutely nuts. It's one of those maps, if productions isn't your thing, you might not want to play on it, but the thing about it is you don't have to buy any of these if you don't want to. As always, that would be your choice entirely, and the map is entirely playable as it is. Is that all of it? I'm trying to think if I've missed anything. Potentially, what was that one? I think that was just woodland. Yeah, field prices aren't too bad. What you'd expect for the size. There's a bit of forestry here and there, nothing too crazy. There's a nut section down, and you'll see as we go around, it's bonkers. So what I'll do now, if I do that and that, that's now more packed. That's got a ton of stuff on it. There's a whole load more here. We've got, it was just... So, anyway, I'm going to start on foot. I think that's probably the best thing to do. We get dropped off at the bus stop just here, which is very nice indeed. Across the way, we've got a lime station just there. There's all sorts of custom modified crop destruction in several crops: wheat, barley, oat, rapeseed, soybean and sunflower. Premium DLC is supported, precision farming ready. We've got custom lime textures pre-installed from JMZ, compatible with the manure system, PC only. Compatible with all official FS22 DLCs. We have got collectibles. I think there were, I want to say 20. I don't think I wrote that down. I'm just very conscious of the fact I'm not going to get around this somewhere. Well, we'll try anyway. Lime station is just here. Then we go, which direction did I go first? This way it was. Supermarket. Sell point is just there. Across the way, just here, we've got the bakery, and you'll see now when we look at bread, cake, donuts, but it does require pallets and some extra bits and bobs. So, like I say, most of them require pallets, but you've got extra thing on here of donuts for our bakery. Come a bit further round. I'm just looking. Did I miss? Nope. Spinnery is just here. Fabric wool, fabric cotton, again, pallets required. Around the side here. Across the bridge, we will get to vehicles in a moment, don't worry. The reset point is at the vehicle shop, and then we do have a pickup at the main farm, so I will reset the pickup back. I was just going to buy another one, but I thought, you know what? This plot of land here, I'll show you again where we've been and all the plots that were bought. You saw what we had when we started out. So we started out with the main farm here, and these plots, so everything above that, so we're at plot 77 we're coming up on now, so we've just come past there. Some of those were already there. So this is your Palico. So if your pallet manufacturer is just here, just wood in, pallets and wood chip out. But what's cool about this is the way that, when I say everything's custom, so you produce your pallets will come out here, but over the other side is where your wood chips will come out. Just there. Continuing. I really did not want to make this a two-part, but I can't. I don't know how I'm going to edit this down, but we'll go. Let's just keep cracking on. Keep on keeping on. Because of the way this is laid out, it wouldn't have been any quicker going in a vehicle. Come down to the bottom here. We've got methane sell point, which is this bit here. Across the way here, we've got a vehicle workshop. We come across here. What was on this bit? Oh no, we're going to the bridge now. Yep. We got logistics sell point, which is just here. We come through past there, and we've got down the side of here. The organic fertilizer requires olive leaves and water to make an organic fertilizer. So if you're feeling a bit organic, you can go down that route. Come back out under the bridge. Swap onto this. I don't know if it's supposed to be a pathway, but I'm using it as a pathway. Just to the side here, we've got a little horse pasture. I want to say for 10 horses. I can't remember. It was for 10 horses just here. Then we come across the way. We're kind of doing a spiral round. I'm spiraling. So we have got a dairy sell point, which is on the map standard. And the dairy sell point is here. So dairy plant, sell point, and then the extra plot that we purchased. So we came across the top of there. We came over there, round the back here and underneath and back up again. Just past here. We did that, so we're here. So dairy plant is already on the map, and then you buy plot 80, which gives you dairy plant the production, which is your dairy facility. And the point for that is over here. There's stuff all over the shop. All over the shop. Butter, cheese, chocolate and sheep cheese. Again, requiring pallets, all the ingoings and outgoings over there. At any point, I won't stop very long on each of these things because, like I said, we just don't have the time. But you can just pause the recording at any point if there's something you want to look at, part of the menu that I've got to, and you think, oh, well, what's the price of that? Or and you didn't mention it, you can just pause it and have a look. If we come across here, right? So this is, we've got our wardrobe triggers, 2 wardrobe triggers just there. So this is the tailors really. And was it around the front? I think it was around the front, wasn't it? Yeah, just here. Tailors just there. So production of clothes, fabric in, and pallets, clothes out. Then we come. Have I missed one? I might have done in the middle. Oh, no, that was the bakery. That's right. We did that on the front road. And we've got. Was this restaurant? Maybe. Well, this might have just been buildings. I'm sure we had a restaurant and pizzeria later on. I don't know. Oh yeah, restaurant. Restaurant sell point, just around the back of there. Then we come across the road here, and we come to the vehicle store, vehicle shop. Trigger just there for accessing the vehicle shop. We do have a forklift truck, which is owned by us on New Farm, so that is ours. Then we've got a vehicle repair point is just here, so workshop, vehicle shop, workshop trigger, and this is the reset point on the map. So what I'm going to do is very quickly over here, and it should be that one there. There's our pickup at the main farm. If we reset that, we can utilise that to continue. I hope I haven't missed anything. Fabric convections, vehicle, forklift. Yeah, I think so. Right, from here, we should be able to speed up a bit now. Go, go, go. We've got a gas station. I'm going to come back across past here in a moment. Gas station just here. And then we're going to take this road here. Like I say, I'm sure I've bought up all of the plots. But I was looking at some of the barrels and things that are required, and I'm thinking I can't remember if I've seen what those things are anywhere on the map. Like the parts and stuff like that. So this production facility here is your packing factory. So we can do packaged sunflower, canned rapeseed oil, bottled olive oil, packaged corn oil, packaged almond oil. Turn those off. Actually, there's too many of them. I'll be here forever. But looking at the menu across the recipe across the right hand side. Again, those are things in. Again, requiring pallets and the outgoing products just there. Oh, tell you what I didn't show. I'm so sorry. Build mode. I forgot to show the build mode. What's in the build mode? So, added in by the map maker. In addition to required mods, we've got some sheds. This is important because various different sheds, which is fine. Then we move on to these. If we go to silos, this is where things get a little bit more fruity. Let's just say that. We have got a liquids tank, 100,000 litres. That will do a liquid fertiliser, herbicide, and the other. I can't remember what it's called. You can see the symbol there. Mine has blanked. Then we move on to stone warehouses. Each one, that one's 600,000 litres for the stone, million litres for silage. We've got wood chip warehouse, straw warehouse, mixed ration, hay, pistachio, almonds, olives, grapes, sugarcane, sugar beet, potato, chaff, compost, fertiliser, grass. I mean, everything's put in. Lime, manure, pig food, seed, clean olives, olive leaves, animal protein, the premium edition root crops. Then we've got manure bunker extension, 3 million litres, and then we've got the different silos. We've got a grain silo at 1 million litres, and we've got a multi-product silo at 1 million litres. That are the various different farms. Words. If we then come from there and we go to, there was nothing under silo. There was silo extensions, containers. We've got these. So you've got diesel tank, methane storage, and it's Cooper storage. There's the copper sulfate. That's what the other thing was, copper sulfate. But I can't remember what that was for. Nothing under that. Nothing under farmhouses. Come to productions and factories. So the various different factories. UHT milk, pistachio oil production. Then we've got all these. Again, I didn't see one of these at a single one of the farms. So they're in here to use, but the farms didn't actually have them. So you can produce your compost. You can cut your, oh yeah, sugar beet. Okay. You got your feed master, ferti master, forage master, pig food master, seed master. We go from there to, do we have anything under animals? Oh yeah. Some of the animal feeds have been adjusted on here. You notice that extra icon on the end of that? That's the animal protein. And I think one of the other productions produced that, but it was under orchards. There we go. So under orchards, the pistachios. We've got pistachio and almond trees and olive grove. We've also got almond trees, so you can run the almond trees out as if they are vines, like the first two, grapes and olives. Or you can plant almond trees and you do them sort of individually, and the same with olive groves as well. And you saw that there's various different equipment and machinery for harvesting of said products, whether it be that big umbrella thing or whether it's an actual dedicated harvester, and they will require ground being fertilised, mulch, like you do with the other vines and stuff like that, and then you'll get your various different crop types out from them, orchards. And then I think the only other thing, there wasn't anything under there. I think it might have been paint textures was the other thing. We've had a few extra paint textures thrown in. That's build mode. So I'm going to cut across back over here. See you back over there in a moment, and we will continue. So coming back along the part that we walked earlier, we're now going to take this little detour down to the side. We came on foot round the side of there, and we went along across the bottom. So we've got a small plot here which has solar panels on it, and the solar panels are actual solar panels that do work. They can be sold if you want to. So we are here. So from the main town, we went out of the main town past the gas station out to that facility there, the packing facility. We've come back across and we've now come out of here. We've swung around here, and that's for DJ Go Hammer Farmer Cop if you're watching that. That plot there, solar panels, which has been purchased, and that will earn you money. I've got government subsidy signs in already, as you've already seen. I've already put money in. We normally start with 100,000 on New Farmer, but they are available for selling if you want to. Sometimes you get solar panel areas, and they are just decorative. These are operational, so you can buy that plot. Actually, that plot wasn't too expensive either, if I recall correctly. 30,240 to get all of those. Bargain. So into here, this is the grain elevator. So grain elevator, we've got 2 points here. Grain elevator sell point, which is just here, and then the grain elevator buy point. Again, if you're not sure what you can buy from locations, if you go into your prices menu, look across the right hand side, it will show you the things. I think this was seed and fertilizers, this one, if I remember. Buy seed and fert I put on my notes, so you can buy seed and, oh there you go, look, shows you there. So, from here, we are now heading to the southwest of the map. I mean, the problem is, because I've said this many times before, when you get maps like this that are absolutely rammed full of productions and stuff and features and custom things, getting around the map tour to show those things off, you almost miss the map tour. Does that make sense? This map is really, really well made, really well put together. And it's one of those things, I know people like erShaba and stuff, they'll put tons and tons of productions on. If you took half the productions off this, If you took all the productions off this, it's a really, really nicely made map. Really well made map already without all of those. So the map itself, it's not clunky anywhere. It's neat, it's tidy, the lighting's great, colour palette works. It's a good map. But if you love all of that, awesome. So this is one of the additional farms. Now if we stop just here, you'll see the farm areas are a little bit bare because it's designed for multiplayer. What I'm going to do now is cut to a bit of pre-prepared footage that I pre-prepared to show you what this looks like in multiplayer. And on multiplayer there is a warning that comes with the multiplayer. I kind of mentioned it already, but I think I might say it again in the clip. I'm going to cut to that clip now and then we'll carry around. When we get to each of the farms I'll show you the same thing, just so you can get an idea of the difference between single player, what it's going to look like, and multiplayer, what it will look like. So to the warning. It says important. Multiplayer mode is pre-designed solely and exclusively to create the game in multiplayer mode. You should know that if this multiplayer mode is started in a single player game, you will have vehicles distributed in different farms and places that you will not be able to use. So you won't be able to access them if you try and do the multiplayer map in single player. If you play it on multiplayer, it will look like this. So we are currently on the map tour down here. The other three farms, this is our start farm, the other three farms on single player, this one's got a couple of buildings on. We're going to get onto the other ones later on. That one's got, I think, cows just up here actually, which is a separate purchase we'll get to, but this bit is empty, and this one right up here is also pretty much empty. So that's something to be aware of. If you want to play in multiplayer mode all the time, you can have all the equipment, all the machinery. Slot count is 1,502. So it's gone from 1,281 in single player to 1,502. Considering all the extra equipment and machinery, I'm surprised at that. I'm not going to lie. So as I say, lots more buildings and stuff. But it is something to be aware of, that's all. What I'll do now, I'll show you what we've got at the farm we're at, and then when we get to each of the farms I'll show you what we've got when we get to each of those farms in the multiplayer mode, just so you've got an idea. So as you can see on the previous where we're doing the single player map tour, a lot of the buildings and stuff aren't here. This main farm is still here on this one, but this is all empty. So this one we've got a load of the various different root crop storages, and there's all sorts of storage buildings and stuff here. Hay warehouse, silo that's not here on single player, chickens that aren't there on single player. If we come up into the yard, we've got some equipment and machinery, not a huge amount. I think we've got some tractors, a couple of bits, liquid silo that's not there. This section here, as you can see, a few tractors, a few extra bits and bobs that are not showing in single player. The other bits are, but those aren't. So that's this farm. Well, you've got another one over here as well. Which one was this? Stone warehouse. I think each one's got a stone and hay. There you go. Rock picker. So some extra bits of equipment at each farm. So if you are playing in multiplayer, or you want to play single player but in multiplayer mode, I'd have to keep stressing that if you play it in single player mode, you won't have access to the vehicles and machinery, because in multiplayer, if we come back out of here, in multiplayer we bounce, or can bounce, between the different farms on multiplayer. In single player you can't. So all that equipment and machinery will be out there, but you won't have access to it. So in this case, we can jump. That's the start farm. This is the farm we're at now. And then you can choose which farm you want to work for. And then you can obviously then have all your various different grant contractor access. So, onwards. So, yes. There's a lot more on the multiplayer. So if you want to have all the farms with all the stuff, this farm has actually got some farm buildings and stuff on it. Did I buy the land? So we came out past here. We've come all the way out here, no, all the way out here, down here, and we're at the bottom here. So you've got the barns and buildings. We've got a sleep trigger, and we have got a Manchego cheese production. We've got a sheep pen pasture which needs to be purchased on the end as well. We do have just in here wardrobe trigger. It's just there. Over there is our sleep trigger, barn and building space. The difference between, obviously you've already just seen, on multiplayer you've got farm equipment and machinery. We come into here. We have our cheese production. Just there. That does require sheep, milk and rennet. Rennet was one of those things you could purchase from the extra menus, so if you need rennet you can get that. That might have been what the bucket was for. You see the little rennet containers. I don't think we have any we start with. We've got the shelf. No, that's where you put it all in. We've got a bucket here. I don't think we have. Anyway. And the sheet pen at the back does 320. Plot 121, 320 sheep. I hope I'm right. Yes! Huzzah! Happy with that. Right. So this is the second of 4 farms. This one, let's say, does have some buildings on it. When we get onto the later ones, they are completely bare of anything. So I'm not sure why this one isn't, actually. Continuing on, I'll go back to the pickup wherever I left it. Just here. The next point we're going to come to is Fertiber. Fertiber is a buy point and sell point for various different products. If we come into the menu here, go to our sales. There we go, liquid fertilizer we can buy from Fertiber. And manure we can sell at Fertiber. So there's various different things you can buy and sell. Slurry we can sell there. Digestate we can sell there. And you can see the various different locations where you can buy things. Herbicide we can buy from Fertiber. So we're going to head down to Fertiber now. I hope the juice is worth the squeeze, because the prep for this has taken me hours. I started yesterday. I think I was 3 and a bit hours in all my prep, and then suddenly realised I hadn't even looked at the multiplayer side of things, which I probably needed to show. So if you like it, please smash that like button. I know I'm going through things quickly. It's the only way I could really get it done. So sell points for various different things, whether it be slurry, liquid fertilizer, digestate, manure, and then we've got the buy point just here. It does say on there the things you can purchase, but you can look in the menu as well. That is Fertiber. Now I've got a bit of a problem next, and that's the route we're going to take. It looks very cool, and this is a kind of off-road course part of the map. Yeah, I'll cut across there. Should have cut straight across the field really, but that's alright. Yeah, smash that like button. Tell your friends. I love doing this. I love finding new maps. Not finding new maps, but exploring new maps. I think it's called. This is phenomenal. I mean, it's another one of those things you wouldn't necessarily come down here. I know I couldn't get across it with the pickup, so I'm going to do something really daft here. Please don't roll over. There we go. Just going to cut across here. I know I probably shouldn't have done. So we've got stepping stones, we've got little log bits, we've got another log bit there coming to the other side. If I can get this right this time. I did sort out, I bellied the pickup when I did my drive around the first time. That was fun. Anyway, so we're now on the southern part of the map. And we come to Biogas South, or Southern Biogas Plant. I mean, look at it. It is all custom. It is. There's no taking away from what's on here. It's incredible. So biogas plant, and this design here, the way it's laid out, large silage clamps up on the top of here. Now I haven't gone whole hog on when as far as slot counts go. When we get to the main farm, I'll talk about the slot counts, but I didn't try and remove tons and tons of stuff because there's so much on here that could be removed. You can get the slot count down. So South Biogas Plant, silage, slurry, manure and sugar be in, but out we've got digestate and biogas comes out, which I think one or a couple of the tankers will take should you need to. Next we come to, this is the livestock market. So livestock market again is a sell point and buy point for various different products. So if you've got extras that you want to sell, you can bring them here. So we've got sell points and buy points. Animal dealer just here, and I think we've got 3 animal dealers on the map. This is animal dealer generic. We've got a sheep one, which I think still does everything, and we've got a livestock beef. So sell point, buy point, buy point for various different products, Total Mix ration, pig food, etc. What I do like as well is each of these does have animals. You can't do anything with them, but it just adds to that, It's a livestock market. That's pretty cool. Nope, I need to go around that way. Next door, Come on, speed up. This is the olive cleaner. So this facility just here, if we bring out olives, we can get clean olives and olive leaves. Now we saw olive leaves that could be used earlier on for making organic fertilizer. Clean olives, I think we've got various different productions that will either can them, or olive oils. Yeah, there's plenty. I'm going to cut across country now. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. Because there's a little turn in here, and it looks like there's a track on the map, but there's technically not. I say technically, there isn't. It's technically not a track, but if I drive on this long enough, it will become a track. I'm a pathfinder, blazing a trail. Limping weakly on like an asthmatic ant with heavy shopping. So we come down to here, we've got a quarry and limestone production. And the limestone production is this entire facility. All of this, you see the pipes going up, the augers and stuff go over there. So you put in here, so we are currently, I haven't even shown you the map, I haven't shown you the map for ages. So from the farm here, we came along to Fertiba, came across the rocky outcrop here to the southern biogas, livestock market, and then the olive cleaner. We then cut across this field here. So we're here at the moment, which is limestone processing machine. Now that's all of this. And then we've got a quarry just here. I've purchased all of that in one, and that was 233,320. We've got a limestone purchase point, so if you don't want to make your own limestone, you can purchase it. But down in here, we've got a massive quarry full of stone, and up on the top, we've got a section up here, which is a ton of stone as well. So if you want to do a bit of quarrying, take stone out, purchasing this will allow you to do that. If you want to, it's a big old facility, and again, custom. More custom than other maps. Can you tell I'm a little bit delirious? I'm just, when I get a bit frantic and a bit panicked. Come on! This is probably one of those maps I should have just done a flyover. So tipping point there. So there's various different tipping points for the production. And then got limestone. There you go. So you can buy your own lime from here. If you want to purchase lime rather than make it, you can absolutely do that. Now we're going to whiz around here. More productions that we purchased and a couple of bits. I say bits. Can we cut across here? I'm going to cut across here. Otherwise it's a long drive. Right. It winds around. I've just cut the corner off. So here we've got clean water source. Very nice. Just past the clean water source, we have got. That's right. That's fresh water. We've got organic oils. I think it was this one. I want to say this was organic oils. I think it was. Yep, production of organic oils. Almond oil, canola oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, olive oil. Doesn't require pallets. Hallelujah, brothers. We're fine. Oh, that's the lime production. There we go. Oh, lime production will do lime. I didn't show you. So we've got stones and pallets in lime, yellowish lime, and calcium carbonate. Or carbonate, however you want to say it. As byproducts. I should have driven through here because I can drive out the other side. And then next door, I think we got, is it carpentry? Please be carpentry. Yep, carpentry next door. I think that was a standard carpentry if I recall. But we'll double check. I normally put an S next to it and I didn't. Doesn't hurt to check. Oh no, furniture and wooden boxes. Planks and pallets, unfortunately. I know that's, for a lot of people, that's the immediate click, no, not interested. Having to supply pallets to all the productions, I know a lot of people don't like. I mean, it is realistic. I mean, at the end of the day, most productions, factories require pallets for whatever goods they're producing need to be put on pallets. So next door here, we have got production of wood and straw pellets. So this is a pellet production. Wood chips and straw in with pallets. Give us wood pellets and straw pellets out. Now, from here, where have we come to? Where are we at? So I went across there to the quarry, came out of the quarry. I cut across there rather than drive all the way around there. That was our fresh water, our oils, carpentry, and we're now here. I'm going to take this road out here. And this brings us to the next of the farm, the third farm, next to the farm. As you can see, there's no buildings or anything on there, and we have purchased that bit up there, which has got cows, and we've got an extra manure heap up there. No. And the problem is I'm trying to do this. I don't want to cut any of this out. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to think whether or not, if I edit this in 2 chunks and then export those 2 chunks onto my PC, whether I could post them together as one video. I don't know. So it might be longer than 60 minutes. That doesn't happen very often. So as we come into this area here, this is the third of the farms. Next clip I'm going to cut to MrSealyp, and this will show you what this looks like in multiplayer. So here at Los Matorrales, this is what it will look like in multiplayer. I will throw this up again. So as you can see on the single player, this is all empty. It's a different style of houses, barns and buildings. Bit of equipment and machinery, and then the various different silos, storage areas. I mean, the buildings themselves, the storage areas, I think this one's got a mixed ration, we've got a straw, we've got a harvester over here, fuel tank, liquids. All of them are pretty much duplicated at each multiplayer farm. This farm building is just slightly different in its design, but chickens here as well, and then the cows are up on the hillside, which is a separate plot you have to buy, which I'm going to have to do in single player anyway. But just to show you that this, like I say, it's empty on single player, but in multiplayer it will look like this. So like, it depends whether you want to have it pre-installed with loads of stuff or not. As I said in the previous clip over at the other farm. Okay, whiz quickly across here. Harvester is in the back section. John Deere there. The various different cheesy productions. This one here. I didn't show it in the other one, but there you go. Parmesan. I think each standard farm is Parmesan. One of them is Manchego, isn't it? If I recall. Was it in here? Oh, over here. Got myself turned around. There you go. Slightly different on the machinery at each farm, but we do have machinery. So, that's this one. And then we're going to carry on around the map tour in single player, and then when we get up to the other farm in the northwest of the map, I'll show you what that's going to look like as well in multiplayer. He's a good egg, that MrSealyp, isn't he? Does all the behind the scenes stuff, does all the stuff for me, just hands me the footage and off we go. So from here, yep, definitely lost it, up to the cow portion of the farm. Now, like I say, you can buy these or not buy these, it's up to you. So silage clamps, manure heap extension, cow barn up here for 400 cows. What I like about a lot of these, the farms here, the cow farms especially, the cows wander between the pasture there, and they will come down under the bridges out into the pastures as well. So you'll have cows in both sections. I like that. I like a cow. I like farms where cows have got the ability to wander. I'm not a big fan of confined spaces. Right. That large field we purchased, which had pistachio and almond trees, almonds, Mark Almond, yeah. Again, I had this debate once before. I had people messaging me saying I said it wrong. Again, we come back to that. Depends where in the world you're from and how it's pronounced where you're from. I was always brought up almonds, but almonds. So the two different sorts of trees, and these aren't like vines, these are separately placed And then, like I say, all the mulching and fertilising and stuff still needs to be done. We've come from the cows down past here. We've swung round here. I need to get all the way down here and along to these bits. This brings us back past the main town where we started. This underpass bit of road that goes along, we're going to come down the side of that. We walked round there, came back up towards the horses. We come back down to this little hairpin here, head along there to this section of the map. So this is the bit we walked up. Speed, let's go. The cereal factory, if I recall correctly, is fairly standard. I say that, then we'll find out it's not, but I'm going to double check. Cereal factory. Oh yeah, pallets in. Of course it is. I'm not knocking erShaba. I'm just, like I say, it's that, you know. It's good that you can buy them, and with the, if you use the CSZ, but if you don't like pallets, you don't like lift them, if you want to load a ton of them onto a trailer, get the CSZ pack, get the big bag handler, and you can pick up. You set it to 4 meter, the strap width length. You can pick tons of stuff up. This is the vegetable cooperative. Packaged chickpeas and packaged lentils. So the extra crop types, again, along with pallets, you can bring here. You get packaged items, which you can obviously then sell for more money than if you just sold the basic standard product. And again, this is one of those maps that, because you're driving around all over the place to get to us, it feels a very big map. So this is the same as it was with the dairy. One side we've got a sell point. So this is a sell point for sugar related crops. So we've got sugar plant, I think it is, and then sugar mill. And again, the same old gag applies, sugar mill gang. But yeah, so sugar company, there we go, not sugar plant. Sugar company is the sell point. Then if we buy that bit separately, we get the sugar mill. Yeah, there's not much more else to say about that one, I think. We'll double check it. Pallets required for sugar out. There we go. Now we're heading up to the start farm. We're going to get there. Have I talked about slot counts yet? I've lost it. I can't remember what I've said and what I haven't said. I'm just... My notes is just a sea of icons, and I do a kind of shorthand when I make my notes for maps and map tours. MrSealyp came out the other day and she looked and said, "What is that?" I said, "That's my notes." This is that little plot I said about. This is plot 90. It's got 2 silage clamps on it. Again, don't have to buy it if you don't want to, but if you do buy it, you could get rid of them if you want to. So, slot count on all 3 game modes is 1,281. So you start with all the same equipment and machinery on single player. I think I might have already mentioned on one of the clips earlier, if you go onto it in multiplayer, it's only 1,502 with all the extra stuff. That boggles my mind, but that's what it says. So storage sheds, manure heap extension, and the robot, which is really cool. So the robot for the cow shed is just here. So the robot will come out and it will run through in there, drop off what it needs to feed them, and then come back out again. And this is another one. Look. So I saw that the cows wandering. Cows come through from the pasture, in through, and yeah, it's very cool. We got 44 out of 400. So we do already start with cows on here. We drive through into the main farm area. We've got chickens to our side. What I'm going to do is spin this around. And again, the various different shelters, barns, buildings, and equipment we start with. And this is on all. Yeah, we have this anyway. So chickens, we've got 31 out of 120. The cow pasture extends around the side there. Storage of buildings, animal trailer, storage racks, and we do start with some stuff on the storage racks already, which is nice. Gives us a bit of a bit of a leg up. I'm pretty sure here at the main farm, the animals all have a bit of feed. We've got fuel here. I think all of these things have a little bit in. 2,460 litres of diesel already in there. Equipment and machinery in here. Harvester, corn header, spreader, mowing equipment, front loader gear. If we come around, we've got various different warehouses. So this one's the straw warehouse. Come around here, we've got our liquids storage. I think we might, do we have something in this already? Yes, we've got liquid fertiliser and herbicide. We do have some in those tanks already. We come round to this one. This is our mixed ration warehouse. Then we've got a stone one as well. This is our silo. This has stuff in already as well, as you can see. That's not as common as it used to be. Previous versions of the game, if you started on a map, most silos would already have stuff in. This is our stone warehouse, I think it was. Just there. Then we come through into the farm. Wardrobe trigger just there. Out the other side. Sleep trigger is just there. Equipment and machinery sheds. Whoa, that was weird. One of these also got, I think it's this one here. Got a big old fence. There we go, look at that. It's a beast. And then we've got our Manchego. Was it Manchego cheese in this one? I'm sure it was yes. Oh no, this one's Parmesan. There you go, Parmesan cheese, milk and rennet required. Little factories. Which is interesting actually with this one. Because this farm, we've got chickens and cows. And you do require... Oh no, actually no, it's just milk. It's not sheep milk, is it? This one, is it? That was the difference, wasn't it? Oh yeah, the Manchego cheese was sheep milk. That's the sheep farms. That's what I was trying to remember. So, main farm. I'm not going to throw the basketball. I got jammed it on the last map tour. I'm not going to get away with it again, so I'm not even going to try. Up the hill, away from the farm. And we're going to go to the next of the animal dealers, and this is a sheep one. It says sheep farming, then we can take a shortcut this way. Then we're going to head out to the northeast of the map. We're getting there. Can I get this under 60 minutes? I don't know. I'm going to try. So this one looks like a sheep pen, but this is it's a livestock market in essence. Come over to here and click on that. You'll see. There you go. It gives us all the options for buying directly, or if you've got a livestock trailer, you can in here. The other one had pigs. This one's got sheep. Oh, that's what I meant to show you. Oh, the horses. The horses have foals, so we have got some additional animal types. The sheep, actually, can we do it? Let's do it from here. Cow barn with feeding robot. I think the cows are standard, as far as I could tell. Cow barn with feeding. Sheep barn large. So we've got. There we go. So in addition to. We've got Asaf and Castilian, sorry, sheep added in. So whereas the horses have got foals, these don't have baby animals, but they do have different ones. And I'm pretty sure horse barn, cow farm. Have we not got a pig pen anywhere? I thought we had a farm. No, maybe not. Okay, so. Animal dealer. Now we're going to head out. To northeast. It's massive. There's a joke there, but I'm not going to say it out loud. The drive back I will edit. This is the sawmill, if I recall correctly. Yep. Now, we are right at the corner of the map. So a lot of this, whereas it looks like it goes on further, we are right at the edge here. Did I purchase this? I might have missed this plot. Oh yeah. Plot 70. There we go. That's right, there you go. So our managed production is here. Wood planks requires wood and pallets, and we get our planks and wood chips out as a byproduct. Various different points bring our wood over there. The icons are in slightly different place, but wood there to put in, and our wood chips are out further up over there. and here. I think pallets going over here. They're easy, fairly easy to find on each of them, so you can see where the pallets are stacked up. Pallets go in there, wood chips come out of here. That's the sawmill. We've come quite a long way to get all out here to the sawmill. Come back to the map. So we're right up here at the moment. So we've done 3/4 of the map. No, more than 3/4 of the map. So what we're going to do, I'm going to drive back round here, up this bit, all the way across here, and I'll see you here. We are nearly there. We are nearly there, people. Nearly there. So, back out onto the road, further across. We come to this plot here. This has got a greenhouse. As far as I can tell, like I say, I bought up all the plots that I think are available. This has got a large greenhouse on it. This is one of the required mods, I think. And this is one of the ones that, if you click on there, you'll see it says water, manure, vegetable seeds. We saw those in the menu ages ago. And pallets. This one doesn't give us compost out, does it? I think it's just those compost. Like I say, it's weird that the farms don't have all those various different mixers for mixing up the various different products aren't showing. But anyway, there's your or there is a large greenhouse. We come up just past here. We've got a couple of productions. This is pistachio. So this is pistachio oil production in here. Pistachios in, pistachio oil out. Nice and straightforward. Next door to that, I think we've got the UHT milk facility. What I'm more terrified about, thinking about all of this, if on console we do get 4X maps, they are doing testing. Giants are doing testing. UHT milk in, UHT milk out. They are and have been doing testing on 4X and 16X maps. We haven't been told what the outcome of that has been. I'm terrified of doing map tours on 4X and 16X maps. I know I've been tipped the wink that Cavalier Roy is working on a 4X map that he hopes will be able to come to console on FS25. That being said, I think it was something like 55 farms. Honestly, it was absolutely nuts. Grain mill we are at. Is this another one that's got the grain mill sell point? I can't remember. So we are here. There we go, yeah. So there's our grain mill, and we've got North Cooperative sell point. Oh, I've lost. Oh, there it is. Of course, we're in the wrong side of the building. When time is of the essence. Wheat flour, barley flour, oat flour, sorghum, corn flour, almond flour. All of those in with pallets will just give us a generic flour out, but you can bring all those things here. And then we've got the North Cooperative sell point just there from here. And again, I do not want in any way to belittle, or because of the amount of productions and me whizzing around, the quality of the map. And I love productions. I love doing them. I love custom productions. That thing of, we go back to FS17, FS19, that thing of, I wish we could have, you know, all the stuff that PC had. And then when we got it on console in 22, a lot of people are, oh, productions are boring. And once you've done them once, it's strange how quickly you get fed up with them. And it's interesting that this is one of those maps. I'm going around thinking, oh, no, this is going to sound really weird. This would be a better map if it didn't have so many productions. That's an awful thing to say, but and again, you don't have to use them. Of course you don't. I could play on this map, well, certainly because I'm doing the map tour. This is a brilliant map anyway, let's just say that. Biogas plant north, or North Biogas, or yeah, but it is, we did the south one, this is the north one. Just here. Oh, this one does methane. The other one did biogas, the southern one. This one does methane as an outgoing product. So we still got digestate. The other one had a biogas. This one has methane. So we said we had a price for methane and methane cell. Was pretty good. Look, well, that's there. Biogas. And then we come across. I'm not going to drive. I'm going to drive all the way down to it. I'll show you. Just down to the left there. we've already seen the main livestock market, animal dealer. We went to the sheep farming one, which again, you can still access all of the things, you can still buy anything from it. Down there, across the bridge, it's lovely, picturesque, that's livestock beef. So that's another animal dealer, and that's got cows in the yard there. But another animal dealer just there. Now we come across and down to the final farm in the northwest. So again, you've got the farm plot, and then you've got the plot for animals can be bought separately. And you'll say, whoops, that was me. I know on map tours I'll often say I didn't touch that sign, it was already on the floor. That one's on me. So, we are up now. Shall I go back to the map? Let's go back to the map. We did these here. We come back along here, over there, biogas plant. We look down across to there, livestock market, or let's say livestock beef. And then we come across here to here. Animal pen is just to our right on 19. 125 is the main farm plot. I'm going to cut to another clip of MrSealyp to show you this in multiplayer. So here at Villarejo, I think that's how you say it. I'm just going to double check that. We're up here in the northwest as we drove in. This is blank on single player. You have to buy the plot. That's what I was going to say as well. Even though if we go into our multiplayer options, we can jump between the different farms, and they've already got start money on them. Yeah, Villarejo. You still need to buy the land. So we go back to the map. You won't be able to open barns and buildings and stuff until you buy the land. So whilst the farms are already there, the farm land itself still needs to be bought, and the pastures, if you want to use the pastures next door, that one for sheep. Chickens is already on here, and this is the same. Throw the drone up. Again, slightly different design, slightly different stonework, but the farm itself has similar buildings, liquid storage. We've got our harvester tucked away, our fuel tank, our silo, rock picker, spreader, various different warehouses, silo, chickens. Like I say, it's all the same but slightly different. And what we'll do is I'll whiz in and show you the tractors you get on this one as well. I am quite surprised, I'm not going to lie, that the difference between the slot counts on New Farmer on single player being 1,281, yeah, only being 1,502 on multiplayer, considering all the, I suppose these are duplicates of, once you've got one of, the slot count drops. But we've got a few other tractors and bits of machinery. I suppose some of those are duplicated as well. But anyway, there you go. Fence Zator and a Landini on this one. Up here in the northwest. We're nearly done. Not much left of the tour to go. I'll hand you back over to MrSealyp. It's crazy. It's a crazy. So over here we have got sheeps. No, is it? Yes, sheep 320. So if I recall correctly, I'm trying to remember now because I've done bits of recording all over the place. Was that Manchego? Would have been if it's a sheep farm next door, I guess. That's the fourth of 4 farms. Again, if you go into on single player and don't use the multiplayer option or play on it multiplayer, these areas are just massive areas for doing what you want. You know, you could put more animal pens, build your own farms, do whatever you like on them, or plough them out and make them into another field. It's up to you what you do with them. Back to the main road. Let's do a quick rally stage while we're at it. I'm curious to see what base game pickups and stuff we get on FS25 as well. I've shown us some tractors and stuff. I really hope we go back to, I've shown this before, you go back to FS15 or 17. The suspension on the base game pickups was way better than what we've got now. I preferred the older ones, in all honesty. Just thought I'd mention it. Gas station. To our left. Just there. Then just across the way, this is the distribution centre. This is a sell point. For various different products. And then, just trying to think, where did I need to go on the map? So we've come down here, across the bridge to there. That's everything. We came out of the town, we went that way. We've done a loop all the way around the map, taken in all of that, did all of that, around there. And like I say, I'm looking at the map for any plots. There's no periphery verges on this map, so there's, you know, there's land, but there's no other plots that you can purchase that look like they might have a sell point or a production. I'll do that just in case. No. But if we go back out here, it says Palico. This road will lead us back down to the top of the town where we came out on foot to the pallet manufacturing, and that's the map. Now I've just got to edit and get it all ready to put up. I know it's a week late. I've been trying to catch up since FarmCon. There's been all sorts of stuff going on. I was entertaining guests, and it's been a busy one to say the least. That's El Villarejo by erShaba. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.